Our next guest is the Chief Operating Officer of ET3 Global Alliance Incorporated, a company with the mission of bringing space travel to Earth. Short for Evacuated Tube Transport Technology, ET3 will revolutionize the way people and cargo are moved around the globe. Welcome, Nick Garzilli.
Thank you very much. Pleasure to be here. As was said, I'm Nick Garzilli. I'm the Chief Operating Officer for ET3 Global Alliance, Inc. And I actually learned about ET3 through the Zeitgeist Addendum movie and when it was talked about in the Venus Project. And so thank you very much. It's become my life. I've committed my life to making this happen. I have a burning desire that will never go out, and it is about to happen. Now, it is my pleasure, with the help of Jordette, who is running the global webcast right now and who put together this beautiful keynote that you're about to see, that I present to you the next revolutionary leap in transportation. Transportation is the master key to survival. A new mode of transportation is necessary to achieving an environmentally sustainable yet thriving economy in an urbanized world. One that is independent of diminishing fossil energy. Every quantum transportation advance doubles the standard of living. Steam-powered boats and trains displaced muscle power in the 1800s due to value. Cars and aircraft became more popular in the 1900s because they offered more benefits for less costs. Unfortunately, almost all transportation depends on fossil fuel that is being burnt faster than it can be dug out of the earth. That is why we believe it is time for a new paradigm shift in transportation. Observing perpetual motion of the heavens is the foundation of science. Earth orbits the sun at over 62,000 miles per hour. The sun orbits the Milky Way at 186,000 miles per hour. This means that the average person travels over 310 billion miles in a 7-year life without burning one drop of gas. And as I said, we're currently going around 67,000 miles an hour around the sun. Now, the reason why we don't look like this is because we are coasting through space at a steady velocity. The only time we feel G-force is when there is a change in direction or speed. For example, when you take off in a space shuttle, the G-force increased to about 3 Gs. The acceleration in ET3 is just like you would feel in a high-performance sports car, Tesla. So what is ET3? ET3 stands for Evacuated Tube Transport Technologies. ET3 is quite literally space travel on Earth. It's a global transportation system that is environmentally friendly, low cost, secure, silent, fast, and safe. Our vision is to build a series of local ET3 networks operating at 200 to 620 miles per hour that can eventually be networked together internationally at 4,000 miles per hour. At these speeds, ET3 will get you from LA to New York in about 45 minutes. Hope that's fast enough. And from New York to China, Beijing, in about 2 hours. I hope that's fast enough too. ET3 utilizes automobile-sized capsules weighing about 400 pounds empty that carry about 4 to 6 people or 800 pounds fully loaded of cargo as well, which is huge. The magnetically levitated capsules operate in two-way network tubes, 5-foot diameter tubes. The air is permanently removed from the sealed tubes to eliminate drag force. The use of portal airlocks allows capsule transfers without eliminating air. The pressurized capsules are accelerated by electric linear motors. Then they merge into the flow of capsules where they coast without using any significant additional power. The system is automated. Full-speed passive switching enables nonstop operation and en route destination changes. Upon switching to an offline portal access branch, the capsules decelerate with linear generators that recover the acceleration energy. ET3 requires about 1/30 the materials of elevated high-speed rail, so construction costs about 1/10 as much. A pair of ET3 tubes at 350 miles per hour can exceed the capacity of a 40-lane freeway at 1/4 the cost of building a 4-lane freeway. ET3 can provide 50 times more transportation per kilowatt hour than electric cars or trains, yet operates at 400 miles per hour domestic and eventually 4,000 miles per hour international. ET3 eliminates risk of human error, mechanical failure, weather risk, and errant vehicles, since ET3 is automated and the travel path is isolated. While maglev technology is currently being used in Japan and Germany, the US is still using 100-year-old, literally, locomotives. Now, talking about trailing edge technology, we need an upgrade. The most common misconceptions of ET3 are the 3 T's: tyrants, terrorists, and toilets. Some say tyrants of all kinds will try to stop us because ET3 threatens the status quo. We believe most of the status quo will profit from ET3 implementation. Others have a hard time believing us when we say ET3 will be less prone to terrorists than trains, jets, and cars. But the biggest issue in many minds is toilets. Unlike planes with long lines queued up to use cramped facilities, ET3 capsules can be independently directed to the nearest access portal, which is never more than 15 minutes away. How many of you have a toilet in your car? Most other objections or misunderstandings are usually of a technical nature, which can be overcome quite easily with current off-the-shelf proven technology, which I'll get later to in this presentation. So ET3 gets rid of the parasitic mass of the vehicle. The pressurized ET3 capsules weigh only 400 pounds, but they carry up to 800 pounds, just like a typical automobile. Cargo capsules can carry up to 3 pallets of cargo for liquids, grain, produce, even oil, although that's kind of funny to be transporting oil in the world's greenest transport technology. And then back in 1913, this little girl playing with a telephone was costly because switchboard operators were required to connect calls. Automation aroused this louder to switch more data than millions of human operators. Can you imagine if all your email and telephone calls were routed by switchboard operators today? And like communication, transportation is on the verge of being automated. The future of travel will be as easy as pulling out your smartphone, launching the transportation app, and choosing your destination. Let's say the Colosseum in Rome. Within 5 minutes, an autonomous vehicle will pull up to your current location, pick you up, and take you to the nearest ET3 access portal. In less than 4 hours, you're goofing off in Italy, and that's Jordan and his beautiful wife, Fanico. So now, what about reliability and safety? If we can control the conditions of travel, no icy roads, no potential for conflict with cyclists or pedestrians, we can make transportation much safer. Now, does anyone here want to keep dealing with the following? Car payments, insurance, routine maintenance, costly repairs, speeding tickets, searching for a parking spot, parking tickets, road rage, gas prices, flat tires, vandalism, locking your keys in the car, traffic and accidents? No. So is ET3 a viable solution today? Yes, it is. The high-temperature superconductor maglev used in ET3 is ultra-reliable. It is estimated that the high-energy neodymium magnets in the tubes will retain over 90% of their field strength for over 500 years. With very few moving parts and no contact, wear will be ultra-low. Most maintenance can be automated. And what about the cost of building it? Henry Ford had to aggregate now what would be billions of dollars to build a whole series of factories to do everything from process ore into iron, making steel and sheet metal. Also factories to make engines, transmissions, gears, bearings, seats, axles, wheels, brakes, etc. Instead of those serial processes that add many years to the transportation paradigm shift of cars displacing trains, ET3 can use parallel processes because almost all the capacity already exists. For example, billions of dollars has already been invested in automated pipeline production capacity. The Department of Transportation says there are 2.3 million miles of pipelines in the US. Pipelines invisibly carry more ton miles of cargo than trucks. Vacuum technology is mature. This legal observatory has over 50 kilometers of welds and is evacuated to 1 million times higher quality vacuum than required for ET3, yet had no measurable leaks for 2 years. Electric linear motors and generators are well understood. If you get a chance to ride on one of these LEM roller coasters like Superman the Ride at Six Flags, hang on because they offer acceleration rates 4 times greater than used for ET3. So what's the next step? You know, this is, I don't know if you guys have been watching the news, but it's been a really exciting year for ET3. We've been all over the news, and we are about to break ground for our 3-mile test track, and we are planning to open that in 2016. So so if you can imagine a 400-mile-per-hour solar-powered ride, it'll be a 6-mile round trip. So you go 3 miles one way, cycle back, and 3 miles back. And can't say exactly where yet, but LA is definitely a possibility, especially with our new mayor. So give Eric Garcetti a shout out and tell him to support ET3, support your other things you can do right off the bat. Contact your local politicians, city council members, all the way up, and tell them about ET3. Go to et3.com to learn more about the technology, et3.net if you're interested in becoming a licensee. Share your ideas in the forum. Come to the Astor Foundation Conference in October, where Daryl Oster, our CEO, will be giving a great keynote along with other visionary sustainable transport visionaries. And check us out on Facebook, Twitter. I control the at ET3 Transport handle, so yeah, get in touch with me. I'll be around, and I'd love to talk to anyone that's interested about learning more about this. So thank you very much, and go Zeitgeist.